ExxonMobil got away with price fixing basically scot-free. Here's how. The CEO of Pioneer Natural Resources, Scott Sheffield, was texting with the heads of OPEC, which includes all of these countries, to reduce oil output in 2021 and 2022. If they could keep output low, then prices go up, which increases their profits, but rips off Americans at the pump. So when the Federal Trade Commission found out that Exxon was buying Pioneer Natural Resources, antitrust alarm bells started ringing, and they issued an order to Exxon. In 2024, Sheffield was banned from working for Exxon. He can't be the CEO, and he can't sit on the board. Which, yeah, seems fair, but under the Trump administration, the FTC is dropping their consent order, so Sheffield can join the board of Exxon. And this all looks more than a little suspicious, given that Exxon donated $1 million to Trump's inauguration, and Sheffield's son donated nearly $850,000 to the biggest Trump PAC. And this is part of a big pattern that the researchers over at Public Citizen have been tracking. Under Trump, both the Federal Trade Commission and the barely functioning Consumer Financial Protection Bureau are letting corporations off the hook for breaking the law and ripping off consumers. And almost always, these corporations have a big financial connection to the Trump administration that gets them this preferential treatment. Here's 3 more examples. Pepsi was accused by the Federal Trade Commission of price discrimination in 2025, giving better prices to huge buyers like Walmart and charging more for small businesses, which drives down competition and leads to higher costs for consumers. But Pepsi donated $500,000 to the Trump inauguration, so the FTC dropped the case against them completely. Toyota was in trouble with the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau because their dealerships would lie to consumers about car service packages, saying they were mandatory and rushing them through the paperwork. Then, when consumers eventually found out, Toyota would withhold refunds, or they would refund the wrong amount so that they could keep the profits. They also falsely reported to credit agencies that people had missed payments, ruining their credit. Toyota was supposed to pay $60 million total back to consumers that they ripped off, plus some fines, but they donated $1 million to Trump's inauguration, and Trump's CFPB, of course, dropped the case. Last, we've got Earnin, effectively a payday loan company disguised with a slick app.
Now, you can get your paycheck in your bank early.
The CFPB accused Earnin of tricking consumers into paying massive interest rates by hiding fees and optional tips. So the loan had a 0% interest rate, but when you add up the tips and the fees on the loan, the interest rate was huge. Earnin is funded by a venture capital firm run by longtime Trump ally Mark Andreessen, and under Trump, Earnin got off scot-free. In total, $3.1 billion in fines and penalties have been avoided so far. A lot of this is framed as deregulation and being business friendly, but what it looks like to me is consumers getting ripped off and fines disappearing if you know the right people.